Hey everybody. Well, we've just about wrapped up all the footage that we're going to put together for the cross-country season. On this video, we'll do a little bit of wrap up, some final assessment of the season, what we thought about it, and what maybe we could do better next year. So take a peek, enjoy. We just finished up a nice run today. Nice tempo run out here on the cross-country course. So if you're not out running, get after it. Find what's driving you, what makes your heart go a little bit faster, whether it's cycling, swimming, whatever it may be. Go find your passion and get after it.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. So good to see you. Glad you dropped by. It's been a little bit getting a few videos out here, but hopefully we'll wrap this up and do a little bit of a closure to the cross-country season. So first of all, I just want to say thank you to the White Plains cross-country community. They have welcomed us with open arms, and it has been such a great pleasure to be a part of that team. Trevor has grown so much this past season. It's been an amazing experience. It's been some years since we've been a part of cross country, so it's been great getting back into the environment and being a part of that community. We have so many relationships and things that have grown throughout the cross country community. So we definitely love the sport, one of my favorite sports, and I would encourage everyone to check it out. Participate where you can. And if you can't participate in it yourself, then take some time to support those who can. So if you have any suggestions for next year's coverage, when we get around to that season again, just let me know. So please feel free to just input your comments below. Let us know what you would think about what that should look like for next season. So for now, we're just going to take a really quick look at a little bit of the analytics side of the cross country. So there is a great quote out there. Measurement is the first step that leads to control and eventually to improvement. If you can't measure something, you can't understand it. If you can't understand it, you can't control it. If you can't control it, you can't improve it. So basically, if it's important enough to you to want to be better at something, then you have to find a great way to sort of put some measurement to it so that you can assess where you are, assess where you're going, see if things are getting better, and at the end of the day, try to tweak things to improve where you are. I've always been really interested in the numbers when it comes to running, so it's been fun watching the team as they perform over the season and sort of see what they have been doing as far as how they're performing, how they may be able to improve, what have you, whatnot. I'll leave that for the coaches, I suppose. But we are going to take a peek at how they did this season. So we'll start first with a graphic for the girls team. So there's a lot of squiggly going on there, and basically just the gist of that is this is what pretty much most everyone ran. So I just want to highlight a few of these lines to just see kind of what we're looking at here. The highlighted blue line is the team average, the whole team as they were performing throughout the season. The highlighted green line is the top 5 average. That's the scoring top 5 and how they're performing throughout the season. And the orange line, kind of towards the bottom there, that is the average pace for the number 1 team at state. So that's kind of a goal that the girls can work towards. So they can kind of see where they are and where they can work towards. So basically you can look from both the blue and green lines. It looks great. They were improving throughout the middle of the season. Had some problems towards the end, looks like, and even right before state sectionals was a much more difficult course anyway. So everyone had a difficult time with sectionals just because of the course was a very difficult course. But the girls did great, made many many personal records or personal bests throughout the season. There were lots of improvements, and I'm super proud of them, and look forward to seeing what the girls do again next season. Good luck, Lady Wildcats. So the girls did great, and I'm looking forward to just seeing how they can improve over the off season. Hopefully they will continue to work on particularly the long runs, continue to build the endurance, and develop the engine through maybe a little bit of exercise, body weight exercise, or weightlifting to develop their engine to perform the best it can. So moving on to the guys, we'll take a look at that graphic here. So I'll point out a few of the lines on this graphic. The light blue highlighted line is the team average for all the boys. The green highlighted line is the top 5 average. The blue line down below is the first place average from the team at state. So they performed quite well. It's a private school, and you have to sort of fight through those things. It's one of those difficult issues where, I don't know, they can recruit and do a lot of things that public schools can't. So it does put them at an advantage a lot of times, but you can only do what you can do with it. They're trying to improve those situations, but I think there's still some room for improvement when it comes to private schools competing with public schools, particularly for those that have some additional funds to throw around and recruit people. So the orange line is a little bit more realistic. That was the second and third place teams had the same average pace. So you can see pace is not necessarily a given because it is still a points-based sport. The average is a great starting point just to see where you're trying to get to, what you can try to work towards. So that's a good place for our guys to shoot towards. So I'll point out one other line because this is kind of our story and some things we're talking about in the way we journey through things. The red line there, I think I have a little bit of highlight on it as well, is Trevor's run this year. He did improve quite a lot. Super proud of him. Improved much more than I really expected for this first season. So I'm super happy with where he is and where he has grown. We'll definitely continue to push some things as we get started back. Kind of fell off a bit through the holiday season, but we've got to get some motivation back in our game again and get some things rolling consistently again, because consistency is where you develop in running. You have to constantly be moving things forward, not necessarily always running everything hard, but consistently running and consistently hitting longer miles, consistently building your base. Those are the things you want to try to work on. So we definitely need to get back to developing some base and developing some good endurance and working on that engine to have a strong engine with good endurance, so that next season when he starts putting in some of the faster pace runs, that he'll be equipped and ready to go forward from where he left off this season, rather than just starting all over. And unfortunately, it seems a lot of students end up going around the wheel over and over again because they don't put any off-season work. So the off-season work is super important. So make sure you're getting that in. But again, very proud of what the boys were able to accomplish. You can see from those curves there that they also improved throughout the season. Had some trouble there at sectionals also. It was, again, a difficult course, but they pulled it back down for state and had a great run in state. Many personal bests throughout the team. Super happy with what the guys did. Just continue to put in that work, and you're rewarded for your consistency, right? So continue to measure what you're doing on a weekly basis. Look at how many miles you're putting in. Look at how, and again, that doesn't mean run everything fast. If you're running things fast all the time, you're going to end up hurt. you're going to end up injured. So you want to put in a lot of miles that are nice and easy, and just working on the base, build that base, particularly in the off season. That's what you want to be working on. I know a lot of the students are going into outdoor track. Trevor won't be running outdoor track this year. He may jump into that as we go into high school, but he's not quite in high school yet, and so we're not going to go down that road just yet. He'll be doing a lot of trail running probably with me, as well as wherever we can fit in a run. It gets so busy sometimes. So as I said, we haven't lately, but we have to start developing that base again, getting our mileage back up. I would like to see us more like 30 to 45 miles a week. We're nowhere near that right now. We'll be working on that as we go forward. So stay tuned. I'm sure we'll have some goals for the winter coming up. I'm sure we'll have to pick out some longer run. You do a lot of longer runs in the winter. It makes long runs a lot easier. You don't have to worry as much about overheating or sweating excessively so that you become dehydrated. So look forward to the goals to come. Hope the graphics were great. Again, let us know if we can help in any way, shape, or form. And maybe just put some comments below on what you would like to see for next season's cross-country coverage. Thanks so much. Find your passion and your desire and go run to win.